What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with Week 12 Waiver Wire. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and you guys have a fantasy football hotline down in the comments down below. Comment, should I drop this player? Should I add this player? I'm in between these two guys. Which one should I add? What trade should I do? All that type of stuff. All you have to do is comment, and I'll respond to every single one. So you guys have that in your back pocket as well. But let's dive into these waiver wire show. We're going to start at the quarterback position. I would say, so this week overall, my top ad is probably going to be Emanuel Wilson. I think Josh Jacobs probably will miss a week or two. There's no guarantee. X-rays and things like that were negative, but I think there's a decent chance that he misses some time. So my top ad at quarterback would be Dak Prescott if he's out there, but don't see that happening. Jacoby Brissett's not a bad ad. Trevor Lawrence, Joe Flacco. I think you could roll any of those guys out there. I'd probably, let's see, if I had to do it for this week, I'd probably go Flacco, Jacoby, Trevor. More long-term, probably Trevor, just with the other guys coming back. But let's go to the running back position because, like I mentioned, we're going to have some good ads on this one this week. Honestly, I think this is a great week if you need a running back because there's some options out there I see. So Emanuel Wilson would be my top ad. Another name I want to put out there that people should be adding, Sean Tucker as well. He had a great game, 3 touchdowns his last week. Bucky could be back soon, but he could also miss another week, and then we get even more of, Sean Tucker doing his thing. Just give me 1 second, boys. Just looking at something. Okay. But as I say, we got Emanuel Wilson at the running back position. We got Sean Tucker, Chris Rodriguez. There were some other back. But yeah, I would say those are the main 3. Emanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, and then Chris Rodriguez. I would probably have Chris Rodriguez a little higher than Sean Tucker just because I do see Bucky Irving coming back here relatively shortly. Okay, we can keep... Bashal Tutin's another guy. That was the name I was trying to find. Bashal Tutin, if he's out there, you want to own him in 100% of leagues. You got a lot of work early on in that game. Kayshon Boutte would be number 1 ad if he is out there. Other names I would consider, Alec Pierce is a definite ad. Michael Wilson's an ad coming up an 18-target game. It was without Marvin Harrison, but still, someone who can get 18 targets, 15 receptions, things like that. Worth having on your roster for sure. Kenneth Gainwell, another one, I would add him. We saw Jalen Warren get a little banged up in this last one. Kenneth Gainwell looked good. Christian Watson, if you're a desperate receiver in a deeper league, another guy to add. I say moving on. Well, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Wide receiver. Yoshi Basu needs somebody this week as a fill-in. I don't mind. Don't hate. Dalton Schultz has been good at the tight end position with Davis Mills, so I think you can keep going back to that well. We can take a look at his game log here. But yeah, 9 targets his last few weeks. He's getting it done for fantasy football. Cade, another guy you can add. He's getting utilized a lot in the passing game with the depth chart around him right now. A lot of guys have gone down. Juwan Johnson had 4 for 92 this last week as well. Coming off a bye, but another name, Chuck looked good. But I would probably go Dalton Schultz, Cade, and then Juwan this week. If I'm looking more long-term, maybe Juwan over Cade, but that one's really close to me. It just depends. Chris Godwin, some of those guys come back, and even if they do, I still think Cade's going to be pretty darn involved. Moving on to defenses, Browns are my top ad this week. Ravens are another great ad. If I could get them, I definitely would, and I don't mind starting the Raiders or Falcons a bit of a reach, but I don't mind playing them either. But yeah, overall, my top waiver wire ad of the week would be Emanuel Wilson with the Josh Jacobs injury. Then playing on a short week, 2 weeks from now on Thanksgiving, makes me think there's a better chance he misses 2. Jacobs could not miss 1 game though, but he pulled himself out of the game for some reason because of discomfort, something going on with that knee. They're saying it's a knee contusion right now, but the Packers are usually conservative with injuries, so that's why I have him as my number 1. After that, I feel like you're just going for what you need. Let's you have any kind of running back need, because the running back waivers are pretty good this week, like I mentioned, with Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, Kenneth Gainwell, Chris Rodriguez, all guys we saw get the ball pretty often this last week, so I'd be keeping an eye on all of them personally. But yeah, that's going to conclude it for this video. If you guys have made it to this point, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you guys have any questions or comments, just drop them down below, and I'll respond as always. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys so much for watching.